Welcome back to my channel, everyone. You're watching Diamond Painting by Donnie, and I'm Donnie, of course. Today I am going to take another shot at that wheel tool, the multi-placer wheel tool. And this is what they look like. They can come in different sizes, and I'm not sure if it says right on here, but these are the 3 sizes. And I haven't done the big one yet. I've been using this small one, but I'm going to show you today with the medium-sized one. I actually am enjoying using this after I saw a video in our Facebook group of a woman showing us how she does it differently. And it's opened up so many possibilities for me, because now I'm going to actually be able to get a lot of diamond painting done in the very little bit of time that I have to diamond paint. And there are other people out there that would like to try this, but they just aren't sure how to get started, how to make this work, and what to do. As you notice, I don't know if they all have it, but mine all have this little notch on there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. It's like an extra piece of plastic. You can take that piece off with, some kind of file if you want. It's right there. But I still have mine on the little one because I kind of use it as a starting point. As you can see, it's right there. That little notch. And it doesn't really affect anything because it's just on one side, and it doesn't hurt anything. But I don't think it's really meant to be there. It's just part of their molding process, I guess. Yeah, the big one it's a little bit smaller. But I just kind of use it as a starting guide because that way if it is in the way, I'm not going to, it's not going to stop me in the middle of a row. Now I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little better. There we go, it's focused. And let me turn the light pad off, see if that helps. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so your rollers come with this double-sided adhesive. It is the exact size of width of the rolling circles, and it's also the width of a diamond painting row. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about the same size as a diamond. So they also come with these sticks that you put in here, but we're not going to use that because I do not have control over it with the sticks. So that's the biggest problem I had. So what you're going to do to get the adhesive onto here, well, this looks like it has an extra, oh, this is not good. I'm going to just kind of try and push it down because that will get in the way. It had another extra piece of plastic sticking up there. So you're going to want to not have pieces like that sticking up because it will hinder your ability. I don't want to do it over my diamond painting, but it'll hinder the ability to get your diamonds placed down straight. So I'm just going to take my tweezers and pull it off. And I don't know if I can do that with the starting one, but let's see. It's a lot thicker, so it's not coming off. Yeah, that would have to be 5. So I'm going to start here where my notch is, and I'm going to take my tape, just setting it right next to it, and I'm going to lift it up and place it down on the wheel so that it's on there straight, and you kind of want to press it down, and you're going to just want to get it all the way around. I kind of go like this to hold it. I hold it taut so that I can get it straight. You don't want to pull too hard or you'll snap it. And then I go around. A lot of times they come very wrinkled like this and squished, but that shouldn't affect your use of it. And keep going around all the way until you get to the other end. And this stuff does last a little while. Once it stops picking gems up, you're going to want to just peel it off and put on a new piece. Alright, so I'm back at the beginning. So I'm going to just take my scissors that I just put away. Here, I'll get my little ones. Oh, it's starting to go around again. I'm going to just clip it off right there. Alright, then you set this aside. Save it for later. And then you press it down firmly. Get it all pressed down. And then when you go to peel this off, it should just come right off and the sticky will stay on the wheel. And there it is. Easy peasy. So now you've got your wheel loaded with sticky all the way around. I'm going to set it down and I'm going to put some diamonds in my tray. I gotta see what area you can see. So I'm going to do the dot here. Should I go in a little further? I don't know if I can. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this is the black 310. So you're going to want to use a large tray. There are several types that you can use. I'm just going to use a big white one. I prefer one that doesn't have an opening here so they don't fall out. But I don't have access to one right here. So we're just going to do this. I'm going to just pour in the rest of what's in this container. Which I have all sorts of garbage. That's the next thing you're going to want to do. You're going to shake it out, but you're going to want to pull out any pieces of garbage that are in here because you do not want to be picking the garbage up and putting it on with your wheel. So let's just pick out some garbage here. My garbage tray is, I'll get it out in a minute, but okay, so get everything shook down till it's flat. Now I have some pieces that are sticking together. Oh, you can't see here. I'm just kind of getting them separated. They're like staticky. It's not like this stuff where they're manufactured stuck together. They're just kind of like clinging onto each other. It's kind of weird. First time I've really seen anything that does any drills that have been like that. I'm just kind of rubbing them back and forth to separate them. And it kind of helps actually getting them lined up too. Alright. So your rows don't have to be perfect, but they do need to be facing the right direction. I'm going to pull out some of the garbage here. And what I use is the stuff starting from this end, where the spout is, because I'm right-handed and I'm going this direction. If you're left-handed, you know, do whatever it is that you need to do to make it work, but I would think you'd want to turn the tray the other direction and come in from this direction, because this wall kind of gets in the wall here gets in the way when you're picking up gems with the wheel. So yeah, after you prepare it, you will go through this entire you can go through this entire tray in a very short time. It doesn't take long at all. Granted, you have enough on your diamond painting that needs to be this color. So, I mean, I don't get a lot of garbage on this kit. There isn't a lot, so I'm just kind of making sure everything's facing up, and if I see any garbage, pulling it out. But that's going to be about it, I think. So some of these are flipped over. I got to make sure that they're either out of the way or flipped in the right direction. And this is just my method of doing it. You may have a different method of getting all your drills straight. A different tray might be better. I think this one's a little too big. There we go. Okay. So I can do my wheel just fine with how this is, even though there are gaps between a lot of them, I'll still be able to fill up the wheel with no problem. I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can set this down and you can watch how I'm picking them up. Let me move this because that's in the way. All right. Okay, so we're going to start right here where my tape started. I can see where that little notch is, because if I have to avoid that, I'll be able to avoid it. You're going to want to start on, you're going to start on the right hand side, because because you're going to be turning in a counterclockwise motion. Now if you're left-handed, it will be in a clockwise motion. So I'm going to stick this down just past the notch. I'm going to start right here, okay? And as you can see, there's gaps between some of them. You're going to want to do it straight up and down. You're not going to want to do it at an angle, because then they'll sit on here at an angle and it'll be harder to place. So all the drills so far are right next to each other, so I'm just going to start rolling. And I'm coming to a spot where there's a gap, so I'm going to just push my wheel this way without turning it, and it brings those gems together. Now, I had to lift it up because I can't get my wrist to twist too far. But see, I've got a few on there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to just move forward until I hit the gems I want. And you can sometimes, if you go slowly enough, you can get the whole line lined up. But I'm just doing a little bit at a time. So here they're all right next to each other. And now I've come to a big gap. So I'm going to stop. And I'm going to turn the wheel a little bit more. Set it down in the groove, and then move forward to get some of these gems next to each other, and then I'm going to roll again. And you want to make sure that the gems in the tray don't move on you as you're trying to do it. So that's as far as I can go because of the wall. But you can see they're all lined up on there perfectly straight. I mean, you can see that they're kind of moved a little bit this way, and they're overhanging, but that's okay. They're on there flat, and that's what matters. So now I'm going to fill up the rest of it. I'm going to move on to a different row. I'm going to turn my wheel so that all my gems, my next gem that's going to be on there is going to be what I'm aiming for. So I need to place the last gem flat down in the row, and I'm going to push the row forward a little bit to get those lined up like a little train. And see, sometimes that'll happen where one will try and go a little faster than the other one. So you just got to watch it. But here we go. Straight up and down. And now we're going to move it forward a little bit. I pushed one off. That's fine. It went to another row. Straight up and down. I missed one. It gets really ruins the groove when something like this happens. See how it's not in place. So sometimes what I do is I will just pick the one off. It's really sticky right now because it's brand new. And I'm going to pull all these off too because there was too much of a gap between one gem and the next. So I'm just going to... See, the bigger the wheel, the more of something like this could happen. Because you're having more area to fill. So I'm going to move on to this row right here because there's like gems sticking in the wrong direction over there. Let me get this back in the tray. Okay, so I'm going to pick up where I left off right there. See, there's not enough room for me to get in here on this, so I'm just going to kind of scoot them forward. And the more you do this, the more practice you get with it, the quicker it'll end up being. You'll get the hang of it more, and it won't be so fumbling around like I'm doing, because I haven't been doing it a lot, but I did get a little bit of practice with the smaller ones. So this is my first time using one this size. All right, so I'm scooting them forward, and now I'm going to roll. And some of them I got on the side, I could feel it. Yeah, see, they're kind of on the side there, but as long as you lay them on the canvas straight, that's all that matters. They're perfectly next to each other, so that's good. So I only have a few left to put on. So I'm going to get butt it all the way up against it, and I'm going to move forward, and now they're all filled. You can kind of see that they're like angled at a different direction because of how I pushed on it, but they're all flat, and that's all that matters. So this entire wheel is filled with my gems, and I got this on the sticky. All right, we're going to move over here. I'm not going to put this on the brightest because that's really, really bright. Let me turn it down. All right. So a couple of different things. When I do this in an open area, it's a lot easier than when I'm doing it filling in another area. Like, you can't see it, but, oh, let me undo this and I'll show you. This area over here is a lot more difficult, but you can do it. You just want to be able to start up against one drill and then move forward. But when it's just a spot where there's just one and there's four, or it's surrounded completely, sometimes I just do them singly. I don't bother with the wheel for those. If you can understand what, get what I'm saying. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go vertical because I've got a long line going that direction, and we have a gem already here started. It's actually, I'm going to start the next row over because it's really hard to start when you have a very full and there's no spaces whatsoever. It's really hard to start up against a gem. So I'm going to start in an open area, and I'm going to line up. And it's kind of hard to see from your angle. Let's see. I'll do it at an angle here. I'm going to line it up so that I'm actually placing like you would a normal drill pin. You're going to just place the first one there, and then you're going to start rolling. And I'm going to stop there because that's all the blacks in that row. And so there, I just placed 6 gems that easily. So to get when you're starting up against another one, I find it very easy when you have a gap in the wheel, because now what you can do is you can just butt that next wheel, that next drill right up against that one that you have already placed, and then just start rolling. And you can control it to make sure it's landing on your spots. And there we go. That whole row and the one above it is all done. So like right here, there's 2 of them. You know, I could just turn my hand this direction and just, you know, place those 2 down real quick. That's done. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to place the 3 right there. Okay, that last one doesn't want to come off. There we go. And now we've got 2 more. And then 2 here. And then 3. And now I want to get this row right here. Oh, can you see? Nope, let me move forward a little bit. I'm going to do this row because I have plenty still on here, and I have a gem that I can butt it up against to line it up. And there we go. And here's another one that's got 4. That 4 is done. Here's one. See, I'm tilting it because this is the one that kind of placed on the edge. So there you go. This will work really great in conjunction with your rose straighteners, because I'm not being very anal about getting them perfectly straight, because I will come back through with my rose straightener afterwards and just get everything nice and perfect. So there we are. I just placed all those within a matter of, what, maybe 2 minutes? Yeah, because this video is only gone, oh, I don't know how long it's gone, but. So then I will take my rose straightener here when I get the whole area filled in, and I will, you know, just make sure they're all straight and in the positions that they should be. And then I'll come the other direction and straighten those up. And I was telling in my live video that I did, where I was talking about how I was going to do this video, that if people are interested in the wheels, I can start carrying those as well. I do have a few that I can put up in the shop. These are mine here, but I do have brand new ones that I can put up. And of course I still have the rose straighteners. And this still, even with having to do a little bit of straightening, this still took, you know, way less time for me than, you know, doing them singly. And, you know, I went a little slower on this because I was showing you and I had to get in the right angles and whatnot. But, you know, I'm going to take this because now I'm going to take some time off. This is my only day off, and it's already 7:30 at night, and I've been working since I got up. So now, after I'm done with this video, I'm going to take this out and to the living room, and my plan is to get this entire section done tonight. Well, let me pull you out so you can see how much there is. Alright, so this entire area here, I'm going to get finished tonight. And this is going to mean a lot to me because of the fact that I have a lot of diamond paintings and I can't get them done very fast. And I know all of you love to see post reviews, that you want to see what they look like after they've been done. And this way, I'm going to actually be able to do that. I don't mind doing them quickly because it's still enjoyable to me. So if this is something you want to try out, you know, go for it. I mean, I have a link on my Amazon page where you can get just a single wheel, and it does come with the glue, and I think it's like $4. So you can go check that out and give it a try. If you prefer a different size or whatnot, then check back with my Etsy store and see if I am if I have those listed yet. So I believe what I'm going to do is provide the 3 set, and they will come with this. And I still have this left over from the first time I tried it. I still have another roll of it, so that I should have plenty. And I do believe there is a way to buy these. If I get them in bulk, just something, I need to find out from you guys if it's something you want me to start carrying, or if it's just something you want to take care of on your own and figure out where to get it. So let me know what you think of this tool. If it's something you are wanting to try out, if it's something that you still don't have any interest in, if you enjoy doing them one at a time, hey, that's your choice, and I respect that. But this, I wanted to show those who are interested in it how to use it. And I know it's not the conventional way that they provide with you with the stick, but I tell you, I have a problem trying to roll, because all it is you stick it, you basically stick it on the stick in there, and it doesn't have any kind of way to move it. You actually have to turn your whole wrist in order to place it. And so I'd rather be doing, hands-on, close enough so I can control it, whereas I can't do that with the stick. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and let me know if it's something that you are possibly going to try, or if it's something you'd be interested, and let me know if it's something you'd be interested in having me carry in my shop. So until the next video, I will talk to you later. Have fun diamond painting, and don't forget to always sparkle wherever you go and whatever you do. See you later, guys. Bye.